Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Alright, man, race fans, welcome. We're here. Now, look, last week we were in California. This week we're in California. Actually, I was in another league in California. They had like a fog out for some reason. It was like really foggy. So they had the full effect going. Now, today we're sunny, clear, Las Vegas out here. I always say California, but Las Vegas really Nevada. So, hey, half doesn't know the other. Either way, we're out west. Gonna be a good one here in Las Vegas, man, with the Simracingunleashed Cup Series here. I tell you what, Corey, I don't know, this track is big, but it'll be a hard place to pass at.
Big. It's a mile and a half cookie cutter, man, out here in the heat of the desert of Las Vegas. And like I say, Las Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
There you go. I mean, hey, I'll definitely agree with you on that one. Well, looks like we're gridding these boys up here. Here we go tonight. These guys are going to steamroll around this place. Like you just said, man, it's pretty much just your typical cookie cutter style track here tonight. You know, these guys, man, are going to grid up here as there's Corey's favorite little at the line. So he wanted a camera angle that showed off the He wanted to camera regular showed off the start-finish line, folks.
Yeah, it is a beautiful shot from the flag stand.
Yeah, there you go. Good to see the flag man throw his arm out.
I think we call him Bob or something. I don't know.
That's what they call him. I thought something like Bob or something like that. Yeah, I'm with you. Well, let's see. We got Donald out there pulling for Jacob. Rebecca out there pulling for the number 14 Brad Dill. And Jeff Hayward, go 21. All right. So we already got some fans out there in the crowd. Good deal.
Good.
I like that.
Welcome, Rays fans. Welcome.
Absolutely. Well, man, on pole, Josh Jones puts it out front. Mark Whitley. Well, I'll tell you what, that guy's been tearing it up here lately. And is he in a different car tonight? Yes, he is.
It looks like it. That's a Nike car.
Yeah, just do it. 77. So he traded in the RTX machine for Nike. So let's see if he's got his running shoes on here tonight. See how well that thing, man, runs here, because he's been fast all season long. We got Lane sitting in third, Joseph up there in fourth, Justin Cope in fifth, Nicholas Lubby there in sixth, Todd Neese up to seventh, Brad Deal there in eighth, Dylan Zelm up in ninth, and Hunter Hayward rounds the top 10s. Look through it here. I tell you, got some heavy hitter names throughout the whole entire field. This place, though, I feel like it's going to be a tough place to pass. You're going to have to get what you get early, and that's usually tends to a little bit of aggressive driving.
Yeah, for sure. The first few laps here are going to be like a miniature Daytona, where the draft is going to be a big factor on how much spots you can make up, and you want to get as far front as you can before you pit. The fuel window tonight, we're looking about 50 to 55, but with tire wear, we could see some short pit.
Yeah, I think the tires actually wear out more so than what the fuel will be here tonight. So I'm with you on that one. With being 50, 55 laps, if you go that distance or more, man, you're gonna be screaming for a set of tires out there, because this place will chew them up. And we always talk about getting tight, loose. You tend to be tight on the start here, but you can start to get loose, and it's really that feeling of kind of a tight in, loose off style.
Yeah, that's what it's called, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Well, we got Joshua, over on the Facebook side. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We got Facebook, OSR Network on Facebook, YouTube here tonight. I always say pick which side you like. So we get set here. Pace car is going to dive off on pit road. Josh Jones and company up front. Let's see if he can hold off that bad, fast Mark Whitley out the outside, though. He's been real easy coming to the line here. As the green flag flies, and there you go. Cross the line. See the little cars whipping across there. They'll head off into turn one side by side, and we haven't really talked about this here, Corey. For a while, you actually can stay side by side.
Yeah, you can stay side by side here. This is one of those few tracks where multi-grooves are a thing. You'll see guys run mid-line or very low line. We got Tide Machine. He's a little squirrely coming out. That was Lane. He got squirrely coming out of turn number 4.
Just goes ahead and shows you right there just how slick the track was. They were talking about it being slick. But you also got to get those tire temperatures up. But he falls all the way back to 13th place. Started up in the third spot there. Mark Whitley takes the lead. As a still battle along with Josh Jones there, and he's going to clear him. Now, we talked about side-by-side racing. Yes, you could do it for a little bit. You just won't be able to do it for very long, because you're going to chew those tires up if the more you stay, door to door here.
Yeah, and you don't really want to chew up through those tires. It's a 133 lap race with 35 cars that took the green.
Shoo, good field.
They're roughly 35. There's 33 it took time anyway.
It's all right there. Brad got a little bit tight coming out of the turn. Had to probably get out of the throttle. Momentum's going to play the biggest answer word we're going to use a lot here today. Because if you lose it going in throughout the turns out, it's almost this track kind of reminds me a little bit the momentum style like what Charlotte would be.
Yeah, turn 1 is different from turn 3 and 4. You can see up front, Josh Jones and Joseph, they tagged each other just a hair, but not much damage.
Nah, yeah, just a little bit. And you're going to start seeing guys, once they get fanned out like this, single file, as they're going to come across that line there. I don't know why that shot's holding up, but oh, there they come. A little bit late. But what you're going to see later on is once they start fanning out like this single file, you'll start seeing guys make passes, one by one. You'll see little battles here and there throughout the track. And then you'll see some guys like that kind of get a little bit slick and lose some spots.
Yeah, you'll see them drift closer to the wall on every corner exit as their tires start to wear and they start to develop a little bit of a push. And the ones that save their tires, you're going to see catch back up to the front of the field late in the run. It's all mix of driving here. Technical little track.
It is. I mean, it's all about being smooth too. That's another thing. You got a lot of good battle going on here around 10th place spots. You got Chris Miller, and I believe that's Steven right there on the inside of him too. So those two machines are going to go door to door, race it out for a little bit. That's Dave right there on the backside. Good one so far.
Yeah, good little battle all over the field. Here we go. We got a pass for the lead. Joseph McWhorter on the inside of Mark Whitley down in turn 3. Can he get it done coming out of 4?
Don't know.
Bio side car. They're going to be door to door coming to the line this time.
And
give it to Joe. Give it Mark.
It did.
Wow.
By an inch or so, man. Wow. That was a good one there. Now you see the pass.
Oh.
We talk about that momentum. We talk about the momentum right there. That was all the momentum. And you see right behind here what that momentum did that allowed Josh to move in and take it 3 wide. Just like that, you can lose some massive spots here. And you see he's still fighting that car.
Yeah, wow. That was Josh was just sat in the catbird seat and he pounced on it.
He did. And that's just a perfect example. Right place, right time. Right there you see a good battle for the lead, Mark Whitley. Now the problem with this is you're going to tear them tires up. If I'm a guy back there watching this battle up front, I'm going to try to take it easy a little bit because what these guys are doing is chewing in those tires, and later on in that run, a guy maybe like Nicholas Lubby here can close in slowly but surely and overtake those guys. To me, it looks like Joseph right now is just kind of running hard. And, I don't know. Everybody's different on the track. You got guys that like to be aggressive, and then you got guys that like to be, kind of laid back a little bit.
Yeah, and you can't be too over-aggressive because you know what happens when you're real aggressive. You can make mistakes, and a mistake ain't what you want to make here at Las Vegas.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, we already saw it right there, just a little bit of bobble, and he lost more than, he was up front. Now he's way back and forth, so just like that, snooze, you lose, move it out of the way. Hunter Hayward right here looking in 7th. Brad Deal, good little battle between them two.
Yeah, Brad's just hanging on. He's going to look on the inside of Hunter. Going down to turn number 3, they're going to get door to door in the corner. Brad might just clear him coming out of 4. He does. He's got the spot, but Hunter uses the momentum out of the high side to keep right next to him.
Yeah, good little duel right there. We'll see if they stay side by side. It looks like, man, Brad's going to be able to just move by him going into the turn. That might open the door up for Braden right there behind him.
Crash. There is a car sideways down the back stretch.
Walter Taff. Go back on the replay. It looks like he was coming out of the pits and then just came up the track, and that thing just was not wanting to handle. And the leaders were coming. And the leaders are going, hey, dude, hold on to that thing. See, now at this point, he should just stop. I
don't even think he was coming out of the pits. It all started clear on the front stretch.
Oh, it looks like he was down there on the pits.
Hey, he hit the wall going into turn 1. He carried that thing all
at
the way.
at some point though, at some point Walter should have just stopped right there instead of coming back down in the middle of that track right there. That could have been a lot more disastrous than what it was because he had, kept coming down. Man, caution out. And well, I tell you what, here these guys are going to come on pit road, except for Josh Jones. No. Mark Whitley coming down on pit road. So now here's going to be the interesting thing. We talked about hard to pass on the track. We talked about everybody going to be even at one point. Until this happens. Guys on new tires and guys on old tires.
Yeah, we ran, 12 laps there or something?
Yeah. So, I mean, do you think it's a good pit stop to come in now and put 4 tires on?
Personally, I wouldn't have, but if your car's getting tight, you might do a right side change.
Well, Mark did 4 tires there, so we'll have to see. It puts him way back in 22nd. Now, with the new tires, obviously he can make up some ground, but kind of one of those double-edged swords, and I know. You got to be careful coming back through the field. One, you're going to be back in the danger zone. Anything can happen. You can get caught up in a wreck. 2, you're going to be a lot faster than those guys. So you're going to want to overdrive the car, but you still got to be careful coming through there.
Yeah, and 3, you gotta not chew up your tires making your way back through the field like that.
Yeah, no doubt. Under caution the first time here tonight. These boys are putting on a good show so far.
Yeah, 15 laps in the book as we come across the line.
Absolutely. All right. The man out front, all Josh Jones. Nicholas Lubby there along with it. Todd Neese, Justin Cope, and Brad Deal. Looking good.
It's Brad Delph.
Oh, Brad Delph, my bad. I don't know why I want to say Deal.
I don't know.
I think I'm leaving off the PH part.
Well, while we're under caution, how about we take a look at Braden Cross's Samsung paint? That's a new look.
Which one?
This week.
Which one?
Braden Caress.
Braden Caress, all right. We can do that. Nice looking machine there.
Yeah, Samsung. One of the few Toyotas.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of them out here. He's one of the top runners in 7th right there. You got Dylan. There's another one there running in the 11th place spot. Some nice looking paint jobs. There was one out here earlier looking at if I could find it or not. While we're under caution, we'll look through some of them here. There's a nice one. Twisted T, better watch out, the guy end up slapping you. We know what Michael, the Wicked Machine there. Some good ones. That's a nice looking one right there.
Ooh, Dave Bush looks pretty fancy out there in his Angry Orchard
Well, we haven't got to him yet, so you calm down. Dakota Bryan. He's like the Venom Machine. That's nice. Letting y'all folks out there in the viewer world see what we got. Clifton. Nice looking PBG one. And right on board Locksmith. There's old Gomez. We know what he's got. There's the Superman car, Brandon Hartwell. And Harley Davidson machine there, Robert. There it is. Ethan. That's a nice flag chrome machine. Whoever did that paint job did pretty good. I have to give him credit. But there's some outstanding paint jobs out here tonight, folks.
This is.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, I don't know where to get the paints at, but man, wow.
Paints, or they paid somebody to do it, or they did it there themselves. I think Dave did it.
Riley out there, are these faster than a Lambo? Well, that would depend. Are we talking about a GT3 Lambo? Or are we talking about a standard street Lambo. And then you would actually have to bring out the fact of which package are they running? Are they running this package or are they running the short track package? Because on this package, it would actually probably have as much power as a Lambo, close to it anyways, and they probably would be neck and neck. I'd probably give the advantage to the Lambo because it'd be a little bit more nimbler, but on the other package though, that would be a different subject. They're 3 wide for second. Oh, it'd be an interesting race though, would be.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, like you said, they are door to door. All these guys, a little bit older tires, about 12 laps on those tires. They're gonna find out who has been saving.
Yeah, and that's the thing right here. You see, it's really great, exciting on the restarts here for these guys, but you've got to be careful because, like you said, a lot of these guys are on, older set of tires, and the tires now are getting to the point where you're going to start feeling the wear on them. You can't put them. But you talk about Mark Whitley on the new tires. Look at that. He's up to 9th, and that just shows you just how much newer tires. But now he's got to be careful here. He don't want to get caught up in some.
Yeah, he's going 3 wide right now. Brad Delph had to be shoved up to the wall a little bit. I don't think he had to, but he got shoved up there.
Oh, yeah. So Mark's utilizing those new tires, but some good battling going on throughout the field. Josh Jones there. I've always said this too. Now, let's say this was the last final 5 laps, 10 laps of the race. Mark Whitley's strategy might not pay off too well because I think track position would be king then because he would be marred so far back. But you do see the advantage of the new tires. I mean, he's coming through the field.
Yeah, he's already all the way up to 4th place now after making the pass on Leffler there.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to, he'll eventually take the lead as they come across the line right there. And you're going to see now he's getting a little bit boxed in. He had to go to the high side there because it wasn't giving him the low line.
Luby there on the bottom, keeping that car hooked.
But Mark is all but just going to take it. Watch this battle going on back here right about the 4th to 5th place spot. You've got Nicholas Lubby. Lane has already moved back up. Remember, he fell back a little bit, got a little wiggly, but he's been able to make up some spots back up to 6th, so he's on the move.
Yeah, and Braden Caress, he started 13th in this race. He's all the way up to 4th.
And you see Mark Whitley going to make short work there. Josh Jones, he's going to take the lead, which we got to figure it on with those newer tires. So still a good battle going on back here around 6th place spot. Justin Cope, Brad Delph. Said Delph, right?
Yep.
Delph. My bad, Justin. Or Brad. Oh, we got a car out there blinking real bad. I'm trying to figure out who that's. The 13 and Nicholas Lubby.
I call him Nicholas Blink Luby.
Nicholas Blink Luby. Okay, well, Blinky out there, he is blinking, and I don't know, obviously we let the admins take care of that, race control and all. They'll assess that a little bit and see. And folks, I mean, if you're new to the iRacing world, obviously this is a virtual world, and I do not care how much they say on the pro side of things, they have the same thing happen there too. But they have to monitor that, they have to look at it, they have to make sure that it's not a danger to any of the other cars, and it looks like he has pulled off. So that's good.
I think he went to the grass. And,
yeah, so and usually that's a call that they make within, the race control and all that. So, yeah. Lane, boy, I tell you what, it's on a roll. He's up to 5th, battling with Hunter.
Yeah. Door to door, going down turn number 1. Lane on the high side. He might be able to use the momentum on the high side around here. This is a good track for the high side. I don't know too many other 1.5 miles where I've been able to use the high side, but this is one of them.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, even at Charlotte, after a while, you're not going to be able to use that high lane. Maybe the middle of the track after a while. Now you see Joseph right here. He was one of the ones who pitted also. And you can see him making short work coming through the field there in the 32. He's going to try the high line if he can't make it around lane. And it's going to make it stick.
Yeah, the real high line there. He was Kyle Larsoning it.
Yeah, he was. FC man said, yeah, boy, Blink, yeah. And again, we go back to, it could be anything, connection issue, server, connection to the server, etc. So there's so many things that go wrong in the virtual world. But good battle back here around 12th place spot, too. Look at this, man. You got Michael, is it Yarrow?
It's Yarrow.
Yarrow, okay. And Dylan Zelm, rookie back there with Justin Cope and all.
A bit of rookies out here. Vying for a top 10 at least.
Oh, absolutely. It's solid run so far between all these guys.
Yara, he is making some work on cars right now. I don't know where he found the speed at, but he has kicked it up in the gear and he is sailing. He is hooked up to the bottom and he ain't looking back.
Now you got that Wicked machine looking very good. Like I said, he's up to 10th place right now. Oh, he's going to see if he can make short work of some of these guys. Lane's the man right now, hanging on to 5th. He's got a good battle with Hunter right there. They've got, it's like Steven Leffner right along with him.
Yeah, 3 cars right there for top 5. Lane, Hunter, and Leffler. And don't look now, but here comes Brad Delph. It's going to turn into a 4-car battle.
Yes, it is, man. Good one battling right here between all these guys. It's right on the inside here with Leffner. See what he sees. And he saw Lane get up to the top. He's looking smooth with the wheel right now. It's not really jerking the wheel around, so tells me the car's handling pretty good so far.
For now, anyways, it's handling all right.
Oh, yeah.
Green.
And look at that. Another thing I like, too, here, Corey, on this shot, he's wide open. You can see the RPM. He's right there. He let off the gas just a little bit. It dropped down just ever so slightly. But, man, most of this track, they're almost full throttle.
Oh, yeah. It's at 550 horsepower.
Yeah, and the high downforce pack is what we was talking about earlier, yeah.
See him a little bit sideways.
He's not working the wheel. We're still riding on the inside here with him. He's not really working the wheel too bad. And he's barely cracking the throttle going into the turns right there. The RPM's only dropping maybe a few hundred, if what is so forth. And he goes back full throttle right there. I'd say maybe 500 RPMs or so. All he's dropping or whatnot.
Oh, I can't tell if it's tight or loosening up on him, but that's a little loose. Okay, it's loose. He definitely got a little sideways.
Well, he's got a good machine, good run right now. He's up to 7th here. Mark Whitley still out front. Those new tires. Trying to walk away on this one. He's got a 2.5 second lead over Joseph. And Joseph pitted at the same time there Mark did. So those two guys out front are the two main guys with newer tires. As they're trying to move away from the 3rd place man, Josh Jones. You got Braden right there in 4th. Lane hanging on the 5th. And he's got just a slew of cars behind him, though.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who's been saving tires. We are 33 laps in the books, 100 laps to go. So you're thinking about another 20 or so laps, we should see pits. At least with the guys that didn't pit.
Absolutely. Well, let's see. We got Steven still hanging on there. A good little battle here between Brad and Michael. It's around about the 8th and 9th place spot.
Steven out there on Facebook saying, go Smoke Inc. number 53 and number 21. Well, yeah, you're number 21 and he's making a move on Lane on the inside out on turn number 2. They're going to be door to door.
That's a good one so far. Good race there.
you got to be careful here. He tagged the apron a little bit. The 21 and Hunter Hayward got a little sideways coming out for it. Got to be real careful about doing that.
Yes, you do. You know, Michael right there. Like you said, Steven, Brad, company. So still a good battle between all those guys. Oak Inc. I'm gonna take that's the name of their race team. I'm gonna take.
I'd say so.
Have to get up with all the race teams and so forth. So they got a good duel going on here, though.
Yeah, Hunter, he dropped back a little bit there after he clipped the apron. He's dropped all the way to 9th. 8th.
There's in 8th. Him and Brad right there. Michael. A little battle.
Like I said earlier, Yarrow, he might have been saving tires as he's slowly gaining. He's going to get side by side with Leffler down in turn number 1. He's going to clear Leffler. If he don't, yeah, he's the momentum.
Last time around, his lap times were about 0.2 faster than the guys in front.
Oh, there was a lap car in front of Whitley that got sideways.
Walter again. Walter not having the night he wants.
Yeah, that was Terry Dugas.
There he is, Walter right there. So Walter trying everything he can. Hang on to that machine.
And that was Terry that time that got sideways. I don't even know what happened. I just happened to switch over to Whitley and seen some car spinning. See, Yarrow, he's now up to 6th. He's gonna look on lane for 5th. Yarrow started 26.
Wow.
In this race, and he's on a mission.
That's pretty impressive. That's some gains right there.
Yes, it is.
That's patience, saving tires, and a lot of things, you know.
A lot of things have to go right for you.
Absolutely. He's going to work over lane right here. As in front of them, though, a little battle between old Braden and Josh, but yeah, Michael back there behind there is going to look to see if he can't take over lane. Wow. In the meantime, Mark and Joseph are walking away.
Yeah, Mark's pretty much secured a lead over 3 seconds by now, and Joseph has 2 over Josh in 3rd. There you see it, Yarrow on the inside of the lane down in turn number 1.
Yep, he's going to try to take that spot away. It's going to be for the 5th place, and Lane's going to try to fire back on the outside. And at this point, you know, that middle lane could get some momentum coming off the turn.
Yeah, it's definitely turning into a middle lane groove track now. Late in the going, 43 laps in, we're going to probably see some pit stops here in the next 10 or so laps. So you kind of want to catch up to Mark as much as you can.
What's up, Toe, man? How you doing out there?
Toe Mater.
Good old Toe Mater, man. Good old Toe Mater. Well, he made the pass on lane. Michael did. Well, let's see if he can make up ground here and run down Braden and them.
Yeah. Braden ran a 31.6 and Yarrow ran a 31.3. So 3 tenths quicker and Caress is Yarrow.
Yeah, we got, looks like Steven's going to work over lane right now.
Yeah, Lane's under pressure right now by Leffler for top 6.
You can just see over the course of a green flag run how much these guys can spread out just a little bit here. So And you just start seeing these little battles throughout the field.
Best battle right now is Jason Adams and Chris Miller for 14. They're pretty much was side by side a lap ago.
Yeah.
No number on the side of that Miller machine though. I'm not seeing a number on the
Which one?
door. Chris Miller. I don't see a number on
No.
the door.
He didn't have one on the door or the top.
Yeah.
He's numberless. But it's number 88. And he's going to go sliding. Wow.
Wow, okay. Broadcaster's jinx right there. Sorry, Chris.
Good save, though.
Yeah, it was a good save. I just don't know if he wanted to do that.
Nah.
But we look back up here, you can see Leffler. He's now side by side with Lane and Hunter Hayward. He's lurking.
Yeah, you've got Hunter and Steven. Steven was able for a little bit there to make it around Hunter as Lane was able to get away from him. Those guys are going to go door to door.
That's what Lane wants to see in his rear view mirror is these two get side by side and Lane be able to at least get some breathing room.
Well, Hunter right now is holding that high lane a little bit. Looking good coming around. A little smooth so far. And you got Leffler, like I say, right there. He's going to fall back in line behind him. We'll see what's happening behind these guys here. Everybody kind of single file. You have to kind of look through the field a little bit and see a few of the battles. That's what we're talking about. When they get spread out like this, you get, one or two battles going on the track. You got Robert Darnell back there in 21st spot. It looks like he's going to work over old Art.
Clifton and Robbie back there for 21st battle.
Yeah.
Clifton got by smooth sailing.
Oh, Gomez back there, just not getting up the speed that he wants for some reason.
Well, I think we got our first pit stop. Robert Chiswick in the number 6 Ford Mustang Harley Davidson. He's the first one, first taker.
Well, back up here, we got Hunter battling around with Lane. He's going to see if he can't take a spot away from him. That's 6th place.
Yeah, these guys have swapped positions trying to get around Lane, Hunter, and Steven.
Been a good battle between these three, ain't it?
Yeah, this is the most exciting battle right now on the track.
Nice. And in the meantime, Mark Whitley here in that Nike shoe machine traded in. He usually has the RTX car out there, but tonight he's got some running shoes, and he's doing quite well. He's got a 3.5 second lead over Joseph, who pitted on the same cycle he did, and they've got a pretty good, about a 4.5, 5 second lead over Josh, who is sitting in 3rd, who has not made a pit stop. So from Josh on back, Brandon Hartwell's the only one that just came into pit road. Pretty much about the whole field from Josh on back has not pitted. The top two have. It'll be interesting to see when they come on pit road.
Yeah, like I said, 50 to 55. We did have one little caution at the beginning of the race. We could see that extend probably about 60-ish. But while you were talking about that, Yarrow, he made smooth work on Braden Caress, and he is gone from Caress.
Yeah, it is. That's going to leave Lane back there with old Leffner again.
Leffler, he's making short work. He got around Lane. So did Hunter. Hunter got around Lane too.
It's just one of these tracks where you just got to be so smooth and a little bit of bobble and a little bit of, if you don't hit your marks right at a place like this, you can lose so much time.
If you slightly get sideways, you're going to lose a lot of your momentum. And you just don't want to do that.
Yeah, there's some guys that really like this place, and there's some that don't, because it it really tends to, like what we was talking about, you've just got to be so smooth and going around it.
You see Hunter, he's making him work on Caress. He's going to get him down in turn number 1. Caress's tires are getting old. All their tires are getting old.
Now, I always said a track like this, on a run like this, really favors guys who know how to manage tires. And I think it does. I mean, really, you've got to be able to manage those tires. But again, you got throttle control. Well, that's something else you got to have here. Not much, because really you don't use a lot of it, but you got to know how much to let off of it in turns, because like what we said, momentum wise there, and you know, Corey, if you let off too much, it's almost like plate track race. You let off too much throttle, you're gonna lose too much speed. And with these cars and this package, they don't get back up to speed as fast.
No, they do not. You gotta keep your RPMs up, and you can't let it drop too far. You see, Leffler, he's making work on Caress. This is for the top 5. And Caress, he's just got a slew of cars making their way around him. Lane's now working by Caress. Lane's got Caress clear. See the 09 right there? Not sure he's on the same lap. No, he is not.
And what we're seeing by this pack right here, Corey, is like a lot of you're starting to see guys better on the longer run than on the shorter run.
Over there on the high side, he's not for position. There's James Bryan, part of the father-son duo.
Yeah, like that too. Haven't really talked much about that. That's Dakota Bryan, who has changed his paint scheme this week.
That's Bryan, the 04.
Which one? Hang on a minute.
Oh, the one that just passed them all. The one with
Well, I gotta find it on the track. Hang on. James Bryan. James Bryan in the 04. Actually, he's got a newer paint job this week. Not the normal one he's got. Sawyer's Construction Company. Nice. But what I'm talking about is Dakota Bryan. He's in the Venom machine this week.
Yeah, Dakota
that's the father-son duo, James and Dakota.
Yeah, got any family members watching this week? Remind us who's the dad and who's the boy.
Yeah, I can't remember. I'm with you on that one. I can't remember which one was which. I think James is the dad. I think he is. I could be wrong, but I think he is.
I didn't know.
I don't want to speculate, but you know. What's we got? Tactician out there. Get up there, Fox. Okay, Fox. Which one's Fox? Fox. Jesse Fox. There we go in 17th spot.
That makes sense, yeah. The Menards Chevy Camaro.
Yeah. Right now he's battling what looks like Kevin Roy. Well, no, it's a lap down car. My bad.
Yeah, I think people are pitting and we got a caution.
Caution, Justin Cope. Let's go back on here and replay and watch what happened here. Let the viewers see. Oh, a little contact between him and Walter. And, Hunter Haywood. And, Stephen Leffner got involved with that one too. And another car just went warping through. But unfortunately, Hunter Hayward was just a victim of nowhere to go. Bam!
Bam! I was just about to say, there's guys pitting. We're in our pit cycle now. You had guys on pit road, coming down the pit road, exiting pit road, and people thinking of pit road. And this is gonna mix some things up.
Oh yeah. I mean, definitely so. And obviously, if you're the front runner, now go back here a minute because Josh Jones pitted.
Yeah. He pitted, Yarrow pitted, Caress pitted. A lot of those front runners pitted. A couple of them, anyways.
Yeah.
That means they're going to have to take a wave around.
It won't hurt them too bad then. It won't hurt them too bad then.
They're going to be on the they're going to be on the same tires.
Yeah, there might be a couple laps different, but I mean, I don't think it's really going to affect them too bad. Obviously, everybody on the front is coming in the pits. 4 tires and fuel. Place like this, you see Mark Whitley, Joseph coming in, Lane, everybody. Yeah, all them guys are going to come into pit road.
Yeah, all the.
Now, here's what might hurt Joseph, though. Hunter Hayworth has yet to come into pits. Brad Delph, Dakota. No, Hunter's going to have to come into pits because that motor's smoking like a steam engine.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if anybody stays out.
No. It's been too long of a run for anybody to stay out.
You say that, but Robbie, Darnell, and Buzz did not go on pit road. And here's the thing, if they don't go on pit road, Josh Jones and all these guys with the wave around won't get the wave around. That's where I'm coming to that conclusion is if these guys up here do not pit, Josh Jones and them can't take the wave around. Am I right? You've got to have everybody in front of you pit.
No, I'm pretty sure Josh is. I don't know. I think
showing him an 18 spot right now, and
but if we look on the
never
track,
mind. Here we go. Here comes Robbie on pit road and all. But if they would not have pitted, if Robbie and Buzz would not have pitted, I think what they did was they basically wanted to lead a lap, maybe some bonus points. But if they wouldn't have pitted, if somebody would have stayed out, if that would have worked out for the worst there, Josh Jones and them, everybody there in the back who pitted was going to get a wave around, would not have been able to get the wave around. The only way you get a wave around, unless you're the lucky dog, that is if everybody in front of you pit. If somebody stays on the track, don't work. But what that does do, the guy like Josh Jones puts him back in 18th spot. So he's got to be careful.
Yeah, everybody's on the same tires now, and it's gonna be harder to get through the field.
Yes, it is. That's another thing you got to bring a key. Is what's Josh and all those guys in the back of it up front? Can they make it through the field now? Because everybody's going to be pretty much about dead even. So I would say we was on a good long green flag run. Maybe be a little bit of patience. Try to get a few spots, early. Be patient. See if we get another good long green flag run, and then start picking them off one by one. Obviously, though, Mark Whitley, though. Now look at Stephen Leffner jumping up there to second. It's a good job on his end. But a guy like Mark Whitley, this really benefits him a lot.
Yeah, this caution definitely benefited Whitley and McWhorter, as they were going to be a little bit off cycle unless they decided to pit under the green there.
Lena says, any Aussie drivers in here? I don't think there are. Most of these guys are American. We got a few Canadians. We got three Canadians in here, but none of them showing up as being any Aussie. Now, if you like Aussie racing, folks, and I'm just going to give a plug out here. Normally I don't in any other leagues, but if you like the Aussie racing, I do a league. If you're in the USA, it's 9:30, 10 o'clock a.m. Saturday morning, Eastern time. If you're in Aussie, though, Australia time, it is Sunday, and I believe it's like at 12:01 in the morning, something like that. So check it out. It's like South Australia time is what it is. But I do that every Saturday. It's a dirt race. Cool guys there. So there's a bunch of Aussie guys for you. Got a few other ones, but nonetheless, All-American Canadian guys here. Green flag, see what Mark Whitley does on this run.
Yeah, halfway through the race on that restart. 67 laps in the books.
Can they go the whole distance here? Now that's the next question is, if we go green like we did before, that was a huge long green flag run. Can, can they go? Now here's interesting. Joseph and Lane up there, we've not seen anybody try to tackle Mark. Mark's usually good on these restarts. How much does he push that car and abuse those tires?
I'd say if we plan on going green all the way to the end, you want to save your tires, and I think that's what Mark has in mind.
Yeah, he can give up a little bit up front right there. You see Lane get a little bit high on the peak there. As Brandon Hartwell back up front, good jump for him. Todd Neese right there along with him. So you're going to start seeing battles throughout the field here just on the start because, new tires make you feel like Superman.
Speaking of Superman on the hood of Hartwell car.
Yeah, it is. Nice. Look at that autism machine out there. It's a nice one. Look out back here around about the 8th place spot. You got Jason Adam and Dakota Bryan. We were talking about him earlier. All there in about 8th, 9th, 10th place spot. You're going to see guys like this, just a few little battles here and there throughout the field until they kind of get spread out, settled down a little bit. As a driver, there's always a chance. Cautions breed cautions. So you really you don't know how to pick it. But this race has the feel of a long green flag run to it. So with that said, I would, if I was a driver out here, I would want to take it easy on the start.
Yeah, I would too. You seen how it went the first run. It was pretty long green flag racing, and if you were paying any attention to cars up front, you'd see the ones that saved their tires and the ones that weren't saving the tires.
Absolutely. Good battle going on back here around 16th place spot, though. Well, you got some 3-wide racing happening back here.
Here you go. Luby back there, before Clifton, a little slideways.
Slideways?
Yes,
That's a new word. That's new. Folks, we come up with new words here on the channel. I know I do all the time. Everybody's like, Joe, what is that? I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Just sounds good.
They sideways when they're sideways and they're sliding and they save it.
There you go. Well, good battle in front of them, too, right there in 15th. Brad Delph and Clifton. That's right around where Josh Jones is. And you can just see Josh back in 13th place spot. He's been able to make a few spots up, but just so hard to pass here, especially on newer tires and everybody else on newer tires. I mean, if he was on newer tires and it was on older, it'd be different. But everybody kind of equal. It's just the lap time. The lap time is what I look at here, Corey. I mean, you got to look. Mark Whitley, a 30.43. We go all the way back to, you go back to 22nd spot, and they're still in the 32nd range. So it's that tells you right there how hard it is to pass this place.
Yeah, and one of the unfortunate happenings of that caution, Caress, one of the front runners, he is stuck a lap down. He got stuck a lap down.
Braden Caress?
Yeah. Spot, but you gotta have a caution to take advantage of the lucky dog.
Yeah, and the way this race has been, it's just really, really been tough to get up there. And Nicholas Lubby, who was up front there, way back at 21st spot, too. So let's go back and see. Good battle around about the 10th place spot there. You got Dakota. It looks like Dylan.
Yeah, Dakota Bryan and Dylan Zelms. Zelms in the actually both were in a Toyota. Dakota Bryan in the Toyota and Zelms in the pink Monster Energy car.
Yoda race right there.
Roy Yoda, like I call it, Roy Yoda.
I hear you. All right, we got Josh Jones looking on. David Neese there along with him.
Josh has to be careful. He does not want to chew up his tires, but he also wants to get up front. And it is lap 76, 77 this time.
Riding here along with old Josh. He's up to 12, and he's watching that battle right there in front of him between Dakota and Dylan. So he's to be really careful on that. He's closing in, though.
Yeah, ever so slightly. He's closing in. I just don't know if he's going to have time before the end of the race to catch up to Mark.
Well, Mark right now doesn't look like he's pressuring that car like he normally does. You know, Joseph's been able to keep him right there in range, striking distance. This time, he's not went far off from him. Joseph giving him a good run, though.
Yeah, tell you what Mark's probably doing. He's sandbagging and holding off a little bit more than he normally would, and making Joseph overwork his car. And I'd say around maybe 110 or so, you're gonna see Mark. He's gonna kick the throttle up and just gap everybody.
Yeah, put the massive running shoes on. Right now he's hanging on right there, and Joseph's right behind him. Brandon and Lane, though, holding on to third and fourth. Lane's been able to stick it right there. Leffner's trying to see if he can poke his nose down the inside.
Yeah, and back behind them a little ways, you got Todd Neese and the Publix Mustang of Hunter Hayward in the McDonald's Chevrolet Camaro.
Yeah, the Hunter's been up there all night long.
Yeah, if something goes right and we get a good caution, or he don't do what he just did there out of turn 4 and hit the apron, if he can catch a good caution, make up some spots on pit road, he could be a contender for a win tonight. You never know.
Yeah. And it looks like he's going to make the pass over Todd, though.
Yeah,
Thought he was.
Todd had the momentum, but I think Hunter might get him out of turn number 4. Yeah, he's going to get him.
Here comes old Dave. I brought them up to it.
Dave and Jason.
Wow.
And that Angry Orchard, number 53. What kind of blue is that? Would you say that's a sky blue? I think
Yeah, it's close.
I'm looking at the sky and his car, and they look the same.
They're close. Yeah.
Close.
Yeah,
I think
between that ocean and sky, I'll go with that sky.
Yeah. It is a beautiful paint.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you got Jason Adams and Jeff Gordon, 22 racing. Paint.
He's right behind him there. He's trying to see if these guys in front of him will make a mistake.
See, Josh, he has not moved back. He has not moved up any spot since the last time we looked at Josh Jones. He's still marred back in 12th.
Can't get anything going, and it's just what we're talking about. Once you get marred back here in traffic, you just can't get going. He's still in 12th, and Dakota Bryan right there in front of him. And you see Dylan walking away, but it's not been able to work over old Dakota yet. Now he's going to see if he can work him over.
Gets to the back bumper going down turn number 1. Josh is going to look on the inside.
Got a good run here.
I don't know if the inside's the best place to pass, as the outside runner gets all the momentum. He might, if you're going to pass on the inside, 3 and 4 is the best corner to do it.
Oh, we got loose coming out of turn there. Now right there, Corey, is a perfect example. We're talking about older tires, and just that inside lane sometimes can snap out and bite you.
Yeah, side draft. A little bit of side draft. Anyways.
Wow. We got a good battle happening up in front of them, though. You got, like I say, Todd Neese there, Jason. Those guys are mixing it up, and look who's coming in the picture, Dylan.
Zelmsy's caught up to company. Jason keeps getting sideways like that. I think Zelms might want to be careful.
Absolutely. You got Dylan there. Todd, Jason, and all. Wow, good battle between all these guys.
And now Mark has put almost a second gap over Jesus.
Well, right along here with Dylan, seeing what he sees. He sees this good battle in front of him between Todd and Jason.
Yeah. I think Dylan's just waiting on the right moment, and this might be the moment here where he wants to start looking to get around Todd.
He's right there. He's just trying to set him up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think these older tires are any good on the bottom. But you can see Todd just did not get the momentum run on the high side like he's been getting, and Dylan was able to stay about gap going down turn 1 and 2. Todd has more momentum on the high side, like I'm saying, the inside of 3 and 4 and the high side of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
See Dylan, I think he might want to think of a slide job. He does. He shuts the door on old Todd.
Coda's around in the wall.
Coda
Bryan. I saw him get sideways out of turn 4. Let's go back on the replay here and watch again. And then he just lost it.
Ooh, Josh Jones.
Yeah. Well, watch this replay here. We caught just the tail end of it there. And he started to lose it coming out of turn 4. That thing just kind of snapped out from under him. Yeah, he tried to correct it. And like you said, Josh Jones, unfortunately, got a little bit of nose damage on that one, I think. But Dakota hard in the wall.
Yeah, very unfortunate.
Ouch. So now what do you do? I say pit.
I say pit and take all 4 tires.
Yeah, because you can make it the rest of the way from here.
Now, if you're like Clifton or Robbie or maybe Yarrow, maybe Chris Miller, you might think of doing right side tires or left side tires.
Ooh. Would that be a gamble, though?
We are in Las Vegas. I say gamble.
Ah, okay.
I'll tell you who benefited from this caution. It's Buzz. He's gonna be your lucky dog. Or should be.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that before, wasn't we?
I was talking about Braden Cress being lucky dog.
Ah, okay.
Buzz, I don't know when he passed Braden, but Buzz is your lucky dog. He's gonna get his lap back. And I think Cress is just gonna have to take a wave around. Be interesting to see who takes who.
Let's see if anybody takes any 2 tires up here. I'm looking. Looks like everybody's going to take 4 tires. Nobody's going to take the... Well, Braden does take 2 tires, so to move up through the field a little bit. I don't know. Might as well just take 4.
Who took 2? Hartwell?
Braden. Caress.
Oh, Cress is a lap down.
Yeah, I don't know why he would have took 2 at this moment.
No, you're looking at the older lap pit stop.
No, lap 91.
Well, I don't know how
he took one. Okay, he took it at 64. That's how he fell off the pace then. Is he pitted a lap 64. He only took 2 tires at that pit stop.
Wow.
Is he not going to pit this time around, though, or is he just going to take a wave around?
Taking a wave around. And a looby. and Cope and whoever that
So
is.
he's going to pray for a hope that there's another caution, because here's the thing: if it goes green the rest of the way, nobody's coming into pits. You can make it all the way from here.
Yeah, you can make it to the end.
So either way, he's kind of up against the 8 ball there on whatever he does.
Yeah, you either pit and stay a lap down and caution don't come out, or you stay out, get your lap back, and caution comes out, and you're sitting pretty on the lead lap.
Yeah. All right, here we go. See what happens. Can he run it to the end here?
Cautions breed cautions, so
Mm-hmm.
it could be anything. But we're gonna have less than 40 to go. Now, one of the hard chargers, Brandon Hartwell, 25th to 3rd.
Yep.
Although the hard charger currently is Jason Adams, he's sitting in 9th. He started 33rd in this race. That was dead last.
Wow.
Just caught some lucky cautions, and he's found his way up there.
It is. Well, here we go. We're going to line them up side by side. 2 by 2 here, and thing done.
2 by 2 like Noah's Ark.
There you go. Good
Hopefully
reference there. Good reference. Well, they are a bunch of angry animals out here tonight. They got a lot of horsepower on the track. It's been actually an outstanding race here. Simracingunleashed. Very good league. If you look for a good league, check these guys out on Sundays. As you can tell, they have some really good racing. A lot of fast guys in here. And old Mark Whitley right there being one of them. Joseph, right there in second. Brandon Hartwell up in the 3rd. Lane 4th. Stephen Leffner up in the 5th. Getting set to go back green.
For the last time, restart.
Hopefully. Got some out there rooting old Lane on him. Michael.
Pace car's in. Flagger has green flag in hand. Joseph's blinking, and here we go.
Yeah. Green flag. Let's see what happens down in the turn number 1. They're going to stay door to door. Now, remember last time Joseph was able to hold with Mark? Wondered if he's going to push the issue and try to get around him this time as early as he can. I don't know. Right now, Brandon on that inside is going to lock him down a little bit.
Could get sketchy if we stay pushing. You don't want to push the corner. Mark, he's got a little gap now. He's got some breathing room.
He loves what he sees in the rearview mirror. Those guys back there battling is definitely going to help him out. Joseph would love to clear Brandon down there on the inside. He just
sideways and blank, slideways and Leffler is slideways, and Leffler into the inside wall.
If he stays down low and doesn't come back up the track, we're good. He was able to keep it going straight. Yep. And that's just one of the good things about iRacing. Certain areas of the track. Unfortunately, he's going to lose a lot of time right there, back at 21st spot.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to take a faster pair.
Yep.
Now, that benefited Hartwell. That put a gap between him and Hayward, and Hartwell is going to have to use some draft and some magic.
Well, Mark right now, like I said, is out front. We'll see what Brandon can do. You got Hunter. Was able to move it up. Josh Jones, remember him right there. Let's just look and see maybe we can get a shot of that front end. No, he probably got it fixed. He's got a clean car, so. Remember Josh was way back. Is Mark back in traffic? I think that caution really helped him out. Even though he did get a little clipped on it, really helped him out.
Yeah, it definitely helped him out. He might be one of the ones that can contend for the win here. So we close in the laps, lap 99 of 133.
Getting down to the final ones here. What kind of lane fell off the pace there a little bit back in 7th?
Yeah, you got a little sideways a couple laps ago.
Can anybody man contend with old Mark Whitley out front? It's going to be a tough one. Looks like they're running dead even. I'm looking at the lap times. Mark ran a 30.20 to a 30.27, and that's just close when you got all three of you guys. I mean, that last lap right there, they all ran within half a tenth of each other.
Yeah, when you're that close, it's hard to close any gaps up.
Hunter's one of the fastest ones in the mix there. He ran a 24. He's only like 200s off from Mark. And you see Josh Jones, though, is actually the fastest out of the group. I'll be probably benefiting from the draft just a little bit, too.
Yeah, benefiting from the draft, and everybody's on fresh rubber. But look at who's up in company now. Chris Miller, a rookie. Top 5.
Yeah. Had a good run going on.
If something goes right for Chris, we could see a rookie in victory lane.
Yeah. Not over with yet. Still Mark leading it. And I think Mark knows that. He's got a lot of hungry guys behind him here. And you see Brandon right there kind of closing in the gap a little bit on Mark. And, we talked to Cedric a couple weeks ago. Cedric said this is kind of sometimes happens to Mark. He kind of overdrives the car a little bit, and as the run goes on, loses it. So maybe overdrove it a little bit early that time to get that lead. We'll just have to see. But Brandon right now is trying to run him down.
Yeah, and the problem here is you can get in dirty air.
Yeah.
So this it's halfway helping and halfway hurting Hartwell to be right on the back bumper of Whitley.
Yeah, and really the one thing I would say too is, now obviously you've got to be a very good racer, and you know this there, Corey, is, him getting on the back bumper like that makes Mark do a little bit of window driving, might make him make a mistake, and I think that's what maybe Brandon's wanting to try to do, because you see him pull up on his back bumper, but the car just don't want to go anywhere, and that's what you're talking about, that dirty air. It makes the car push really, really tight so bad that you have to kind of ease out of the throttle a little bit, and you can't complete the pass there. But I think he's trying to make old Mark make a mistake.
Yeah, he's being the intimidator right now. Superman's intimidating, being the old kryptonite to Whitley.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can't flatten that shoe of him a little bit. But, Mark, obviously we know he knows how to drive, keep his cool out on the track. That's number one thing. So he probably sees that, Brandon's there. But we'll have to see as the run goes on. Is Mark going to be able to just walk away?
I just wonder if Mark ain't playing with these guys and holding back to save his tires.
And and again, obviously that could be too. You don't want to get out there, get too far in the lead, and obviously burn up your tires. These guys reel you in that way. It's better to keep a pace like this, as long as, like you said, you know that you can, keep them at a pace, and you don't get, and you still hit your marks. Because one little mess up where you're at right now, and Brandon's going to go shooting right by you.
Yeah. And the thing there is...
What's up, Thomas? How you doing, man?
I don't know what I was going to say.
Oh, well, again, I feel the strategy is what you're talking about, what Mark's doing out there. You see Hunter and you see Joseph. He sees those three cars behind him. What he'd love to see is all three of them start racing each other. That's the ultimate that old Whitley would love to see. But he don't want to mess up. I mean, one little bobble, we've already seen what some momentum can do. So at some point, he's going to have to kind of like turn up the wick just a little bit, maybe separate himself from these guys, if he's still got it, if that's what it is.
Yeah, and I think he's thinking of doing it here in about a couple of laps. You can see him not sandbagging as much as he was.
Look at the lap times. I mean, the lap times between the top. I mean, Mark just ran a 30.92. Brandon ran a 30.90 to a 30.91. So the top three guys, and then you got a 31 on Josh Jones. So your top three guys within 100th of each other. That's impressive.
Yeah. It's all about if Hartwell.
Excuse me, that's within 1,000th of each other. My bad. And here he goes. Now this is what Mark don't want to see, is if he does stick his nose under there, it might get Mark off on his wrong line going into the turn. That's another thing that Mark don't want to see if he's able to get up there alongside of him. But there's two ways to look at it. If Brandon doesn't complete that pass, which he didn't, you can see just how much of he's going to lose, Brandon is, by not making that pass.
I think Brandon realizes that now he's going to have to pass Mark on the high side, and if Mark knows what he's doing, and I know he knows what he's doing, he's going to want to run in the same groove as Hartwell. He's going to want to have to throw some blocks here.
I've always said this here, Corey, is, it's not up to the guy in front of you or leader as long as he's fast enough to move out of your way. If he's taking the ideal lane, you've got to find another way around him. And sometimes, you can, and sometimes certain tracks just won't allow you to.
Yeah, I just don't know if we're at the point where the middle groove is any good.
Yeah.
You can just see Hartwell, every time he goes for a pass, he loses momentum.
Well, they're dead even time-wise that last time. They both ran 31-21, so time-wise between the top three are just so close between each other. It's just crazy.
He was a little sideways coming out of turn number 2 that last time. But you can see Hartwell's real sideways out of 4.
Let's see, we got Lane right there. Let's check out him. He's back in 8th spot here. Behind him, we got Michael. So a few good little battles still going on throughout the track here. Chris Miller still hanging on there to the 6th place spot. Dave Bush, good run for him up to 7th.
He's working to see around Chris Miller.
Yeah, so that's a good run there for old Dave, man. Really good one. Like we was talking about Joseph. And then the massive, battle we're talking about up front here is I think Mark now is starting to turn on the wick, turn it up a little bit. Now, if Hunter could complete this pass, he's been the fastest out of this group, but the problem is getting there and passing. I think if he could get past Brandon, he could get up there and do something with Mark, and I think that's why he's trying to push this so hard.
Yeah, I think Hunter realizes, hey, I'm one of the fastest drivers on the track right now. I need to get around Hartwell and see if I can't mix some things up.
But this is a perfect example of what I was talking about. Hartwell is taking that preferred line, and it's not up to Brandon to say, oh, well, sure, no problem, guy. I'll get out your way. You can have it. No, I mean, that's his line. And even if you're, a tick faster or whatnot, which, when we're talking about faster, we're not talking about a lot, folks. We're only talking about maybe a couple thousands or maybe not even 100. So it is up to Hunter to find a lane to get around these guys here. And a lot of times tracks like this just don't allow you to.
And you can see there's a couple of lap cars around here. Off-pace lap cars anyways. 6 will just pull down on the apron.
Oh, yeah.
Luby, though, is kind of holding up Hartwell a little bit. I don't know if Hartwell is going to be too happy about that. He held him off a good bit.
Yeah, he did. Now they got around him.
He got around him, but he got held up for a lap.
Mark's not walking away as big as I thought, but still, he was able to turn it up right there on Brandon. As long as he can maintain that gap, he should be, I'm going to say he should be all right. We got 16 to go. I always say it's about run what you brung. Business is about to pick up.
Yep. Well, less than 16.
There you go. And if Hunter's going to do anything, he's going to have to pretty much do it now, because the more he waits, just time is not going to be on his side.
Yeah, if Hunter wants to get up there, he's got to
go this now. Battle with Chris Miller and Dave Bush back here. These guys are door to door.
Yeah, Dave's finally got door to door Miller, and I think Bush is going to get it out of turn number 4 here. Yes, he is. Slide job, and Miller slideways.
Yeah, you almost had that thing, man, crooked, didn't he?
Dirt tracking it.
Absolutely. Then he blinks out the picture there a little bit. Let's go behind him there and see what's going on. Michael Lane, unfortunately, is just dropping off the pace, man. It's not what this run's not his run here. He's back to 10th. And you got Jason Adams and company closing in on him. Todd Neese right there. Brad Delph. Clifton and David. All these guys, man, just kind of running up on them.
Caution come out before my eyes. Caress and Coke almost banged each other.
Where's that at?
Caress is in 17th, and he is super loose. That's scary loose.
Okay.
Next, I don't want to see a caution, but that almost turned into one.
I don't know who would. I mean, obviously Mark doesn't want to see one. They'd love to see it go green. He would. Maybe Brandon and Hunter up there might, but I'd like to see this thing go green on out. I mean, they've had an outstanding run here all night long. Green flag runs.
Yeah, they've gone green pretty good bit.
It's been very impressive here tonight. I absolutely enjoyed it.
I'll tell you who a caution would help, though, is probably
Who's
Dave
that?
Bush.
Dave?
Probably.
Did he lap down?
No. But he's worked his way up.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It would help Paul Gregney, though, get a lap back.
Yeah. Well, right now, Mark Whitley is just turn, like you said, turn on the after boosters, and he is gone. But it's also spread out between Hunter and Brandon and Josh Jones right there in 4th. And this is kind of what you are. And you can see Joseph right there in the 5th place spot. And never mind, yellow's out.
Did I jinx it?
I don't know who.
That's a caress. Caress
Brandon.
around.
Yeah, let's go back and watch what happened to him. Not sure about that one.
That don't look too good.
Now let's watch it again here on a different angle.
Caress was sideways all the way through 1 and 2. Overcorrected, and poor Jesse Fox just nowhere to go.
Well, watching here Braden again, yeah, he was sideways and tried to correct it, and like you said, came up the track, and unfortunately right there, wrong place, wrong time.
No, I don't think Lane got any contact back on the restart there, Michael.
And now this one's going to be interesting. What do you do up front?
Well, we are going to have, I don't know, probably like, what, 5 to go, maybe?
Probably about 5, yeah, 5, 6 to go by the time they go on, get back to starting here. But
well,
if you're up front, and this is why
Whitley,
I don't, yeah, that's what I was about to say. If you're Whitley, this is why I hate being a leader. Because do you come in?
Stay out in the quarter. Oh, Whitley stays out. He juked him.
The problem with that is a lot of the field comes in. Now, here's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is why I hate being the leader. because he stayed out along with Joseph. And pretty much, if most of the field, if only part of the field would have came in and most stayed out with Whitley, it pays dividends. But everyone behind Mark Whitley came in except for Joseph. This is where it doesn't. That puts Brandon Hartwell right back in third place spot with brand new tires. And we're not talking about, we're talking about 25 to 30 lap brand new tires.
Yeah.
It would have paid off. They were all them other guys that stayed out, by the way, folks. You're probably going, well, Joe, there's a slew of other cars up. Yeah, but they're going to go the wave around. They were a lap down. Brandon Hartwell will be in third place. He will be right there with Joseph and Mark. This is not what Mark and Joseph wanted. I don't think it's what Mark wanted. Because now he's going to have to pray probably for a caution. And I think at this point here, Mark's a sitting duck.
Joseph and Mark.
Now, what Mark would love to see, he would love to see Brandon and Hunter and Joseph or Josh and all those guys back there battle each other and him be able to get away. That could work into his favor too. What he doesn't want to see is one of those guys break out and get single foul. You know, because that's really going to be the bad side of it. I don't know. This right here is probably not the setup. You know, Mark was hoping that there would be a lot of other guys stay out, and then it would benefit him. Like we saw earlier on what happened to Mark when he got marred back in traffic. It took him, 4 or 5 laps to get back up to the front. If that would have happened, then yeah, Brandon and him would have been. But this is not the scenario you want to see as the leader. The only thing he can hope for is, one, Joseph doesn't get up here and push the envelope with him, or those guys get back there and start battling with each other. Because obviously we have green-white checkered, so cautions really aren't going to help Mark a lot. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm concerned though.
Well, spinning the tires too. That's another thing Mark and Joseph have to worry about too. Not spinning the tires on the restart. You know, Brandon and him ain't got to worry about that. Hunter and all them guys behind him. Because let me just throw the scenario out there too, folks. Everyone from Brandon, third place, all the way back to 23rd, pretty much the whole field, pitted. They're all on new tires, 4 tires, except for the top 2 guys. Again, Mark's going to get the jump on the start. The problem is going into turn 1, he's not going to be able to hold that car down like Brandon's going to be able to. Brandon's going to be able to just drive that thing in there as hard as he wants. And at this point, Brandon and all those guys on new tires, you're not saving. You're running that car hard. I think Mark made a bad choice. I hate to say it that way. I hate to go ahead and jinx him or anything, but I still feel like he could pull it off. I'm not saying he could pull it off, still pull this win off. But boy, he's made a what word were he's made a hard uphill battle for himself to do it.
He's put himself in a bind here.
And it's all going to be a matter of how this restart goes, though, and how these guys get out there. You're going to see some 3 wide here, but nonetheless,
we're going to price it 4 wide.
Here we go. Pace cars in. Woo, it's going to be a good one here as the green flag flies. Front 2 got to worry about spinning the tires, and you can already see Hunter. Yeah, just those new tires right there. And you're going to see Joseph and them try, but Hunter's going to be able to hold that top lane. And here's the problem. Hunter might get to drive a block, though, by Joseph. Now, that's not what you want to see. Yeah, that's not what you wanted to see right there. Joseph knew not to block, but yeah,
I
Mark's
don't
just
think it
sitting
was
duck.
blocked. I
Yeah,
think he got
Mark's not going to
sideways.
go too.
Mark and Hartwell contact. Hartwell to the grass. Past
Through the grass. Yeah, he did. He hit him. And I hope.
He saved it. Yeah,
Yep,
he did.
he saved it. Was able to get back up the track. Yeah, Mark Whitley falls all the way back to third. Those just old tires just cannot do anything. Hunter Hayworth win with a awesome pit strategy here. We got some good battle going on in the back though.
Yeah, you can see Josh. He's going to catch up, but you see right behind him, they are 3x3. McWhorter real loose out of 4. We got a car in the grass in the back. I don't
Robbie
think
Darnell.
That my caution is out. We are going overtime racing here at Las Vegas.
Go back on the replay. Go back on the replay here and watch again. Yeah, he goes through the grass there. Robbie Darnell. And, another car got clipped. Not quite sure who that was. It got clipped on it. But, man, caution out, like you say. Green, white, checker, but pretty much how we set this one up was what we thought. Now, Mark was able to hang on to third. Little contact between him and up front there, but Hunter Hayworth right now and Josh Jones. Here we go. This is going to be green, white, checker.
And we only got one green light checker. You know, I like these kind of green light checkers. We get to the white flag and it's
over. Doesn't matter. They can kill each other on the track from that point.
Yeah, this could get interesting. Now, like I said, Hunter Hayward, he needed something to go his way.
Yes, he did.
15-year-old out of Texas.
Well, let's see if he can hang on and pull it off here. Josh Jones sitting in second. Mark right there understands he's in a bit of a look at Chris Miller there. He's going to start in fourth. And depending on how they line up, he could be on the outside and maybe get that advantage going into turn one over Mark. Looks like, I don't know, well, it'll depend on how where Hunter lines it up here, but wow. Not what Mark wanted to see up front. And we kind of figured that's what was going to happen. Those old tires. That's all it was.
Yeah, old tires. That's all it took. Now, I do believe the leader does get lane choice. So
he does. Yep, he does.
Be interesting to see which lane Hunter chooses.
I would say,
I'd love to go on the outside lane.
yeah, and that would put Mark on the outside if I'm not mistaken.
That would put Mark. No, only the leader gets lane choice.
Right, but what would happen is he would be up, then second, then third, wouldn't it?
Only the leader gets to choose lane. After that, you line up where iRacing tells you.
Oh, okay.
So Mark would be on the inside, and that would put the rookie of Chris Miller on the outside, row 2.
And still, either way, I think Chris has probably got the better line there because he's going to be on the outside of Mark, and he's going to be able to drive that car with the newer tires down into turn one.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to help Chris here. I don't think it's going to help Yarrow, who's found his way back up top 5.
Yeah, he's going to run up on the back end there, probably on the back end of Mark, so we'll have to see.
What's going to be interesting is seeing that Josh Jones in the number 76 car. Can he hang with Hunter on the restart? He's almost got to clear Hunter on the restart.
I think he does. Well, nonetheless, we're going to see here in the next couple laps. What do y'all think out there? What do y'all think's going to pull this thing off? Can Hunter hang on? Or is it going to be one of the ones behind him pull it off? Or are we going to another green-white checker? Did they have more than one green-white checkers? You know, that's something we haven't had one here in this league, so I haven't really ever asked how many green-white checkers do they have here. Now, every league's different. Do some investigative reporting there, Corey.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a green light. No, we had a green light checker.
Yeah, but we only had one. But that's why we ain't had more than one, though. Never had it, be caution in it. So I'm not sure if they have just one attempt at it, or two attempts, or what.
They just have the one attempt.
Okay. I'm not sure. I never really asked.
I'm looking at it right now. It says GWC 1 of 1.
Okay. All right. Good deal.
Uh-huh.
So if they don't complete this and the caution does come out, then the race is over with at that point, folks. Basically is what we're saying. So they got to either make it to the finish of this one. So if a caution comes out, then it's done.
Yeah, if we get a caution before we get the white flag, it's over.
It is over, no matter what.
We get the white flag, they're gonna kill each other.
Yep. Yeah, they'll race it to the finish then if they get to the white flag, like you said. So here we go, pace car out of turn 4. Final time for the night here. We're dug off on pit road. Can Hunter hang on and hold these guys off? And can Mark Whitley, man, maybe salvage something out of this finish tonight?
Here we go, green flag. Mark pushing Hunter. Josh didn't get the restart he wanted to. Hunter's gonna lead it into turn number 1, and even Mark, he got a good restart that time.
I think they're teammates, Hunter and Mark, aren't they?
No, I don't think so.
Well, I think it's going to be short-lived here for Mark, though, and the block is not what you want.
Don't cause a caution quite yet.
Yeah, that was just an ill-advised block right there. There's the caution. Yep.
Yep, caution.
Wow.
Big one. Wow.
That's a big one. Well, that was a block going down the back stretch there on Josh Jones. Josh trying to be the gentleman behind it there. And Lane was able to sneak up there and get the third, though. What a finish on his end. But, yeah, blocked by Mark Whitley down the back stretch. And, wow, but guess what? Hunter's going to pull the win off.
Yeah. Surprise winner.
And no. Huh.
What?
I was looking on teams down there. I don't know why we're stopping.
I don't know why we got a red flag. Jeez.
Well, we know it's going to be over, no matter what.
Yeah.
And we know the winner's Hunter Hayward. Mark Whitley's going to come home in second. Lane right there in third. Huge wreck on the front stretch. I think we might be waiting on the pace car, nonetheless.
Pace car is over in turn 2.
Yeah, pace car taking its own time, man.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
I know we're not going by green.
I think that might have been the checker.
I think that is. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring some of these guys up here and get a word with them. Find old Lane here. There he is. Okay, well, let's bring up third place man old Lane up here. Let's get a word with him.
Hey Lane, you got a copy on me?
I got a copy.
Oh man, you survived the last lap carnage and found yourself home in third. How was your race?
I barely survived that last lap car. I tried to see the grass coming to the checkered. But race was amazing. It had, I think, just the right amount of cautions to make it interesting, and especially with that last caution bringing us all on new tires and old tires. Mark and McWhorter both on old tires. Some managed to keep it in the top 5, so props to them. Other than that, racing was great. It was super loose, but I enjoy that, so I have no complaints for tonight, which I think is a first for the season.
Well, that's a good thing, my dude. Well, you got any sponsors you'd like to thank, though?
I don't, but I'd like to thank my parents and my grandmother and anyone else who's watching, like my uncle, and I think one
you
of my
got
cousins.
a fan club out there, Lane.
A little bit. So, and also thank y'all for broadcasting.
Yeah. It's always fun watching you out there in that tide machine, my dude.
Well, I'm glad to make it exciting.
Alright, there you have it, folks. Lane.
That is a man pulling it off through the grass. Good run for him there, old Lane. Like I said, he's got his fan club out there. Let's bring second place man, old Mark, down here and get the word with him.
Man, my damn car is wide as it fucking would get.
Hey, you're live, man.
Hey, Mark, you got a copy on me.
Yeah, I got you. Sorry. Somebody said something to me right before you pulled me in.
Yeah, you caused a little bit of carnage. You might not have any friends after tonight, but I mean, second place. How was your race?
Well, the whole race worked out about like I was hoping. I mean, I pitted early when that first caution, cause that's what happened last time we were here. Was able to run back through the field and pull away nice, and then got another caution there, bunched everybody up, and I was kind of worried they'd be catching me, and then they kind of stayed with me pretty good. But then I started pulling away toward the end, and I was just sitting there like, all right, I should be good as long as no caution came out. And then 10 to go, there was a caution. And I knew I was pretty much screwed because I took that extra set early in the race. I didn't have any more, so I was just trying to hang on and not lose too many spots. And first restart worked all right. Went down in turn 3 and 4, and it just got really loose. I had somebody on my bumper, and he got underneath me, and I was trying to keep it off of both of them, and I think I doored one of them, and he went through the grass, but I think it wasn't too bad. And then the second restart, I blocked Jones all the way down because he's second in points, so he's the one person I was worried about in the whole race, and it seemed like it was all right. And then we went to the corner, and he went way up. I don't know if he clipped somebody else or what happened behind me, but the car, it actually wasn't too bad on those cold tires, but couldn't really do anything with the fresh tires. Just kind of got lucky for a second. Just trying to hold on to it and get as good a finish as I could.
Well, you did what you had to do, and you got any sponsors you'd like to thank out there tonight?
I just want to thank my teammates, Driven Motorsports. I had 3 in the top 5 there, so that's always good. Give a shout out to my parents. Pretty much my family tuning in. I know they were watching me. Give a shout out to my wonderful fiance putting up with my crazy mess here on Sunday nights. And thank y'all for putting on a great show, and the viewers at home tuning in, trying to put on a good show for them here week in and week out.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you putting on a show out there for us. There you have it, folks. Your second place, Mark Whitley.
Well, I'll tell you what, old Mark right there, hanging on to it at the end. Like you said, making it wide, coming on to the end here. But this guy, well, had probably the pit strategy tonight, and some good luck here on his side. Hunter Hayward, Manager White in the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, hey, take us back. Did you think you were going to be out here in victory lane because you had that pit strategy down pat late in the race?
Man, I'll tell you what, this is an up and down race. It was a heck of a race for me, and not a heck of a race for me. I don't know. I came in not too confident. I'm not too good at this track, but you know, I knew we had a really good car later in the run. I was much quicker than everybody else in the long run. I could tell that, and my spotter kept telling me, "You're the fastest car on the track on every single one of the long runs." And I'm like, okay. I knew we had a winning car for sure if the race could stay in a long run. And then I kind of got in a little bit of trouble when it was me, Hartwell, and Whitley towards the end there with around 20 to go, when it was just us 3 battling for the win. And I think a lap car kind of screwed me up and got me loose a little bit, and then a caution came out, and Whitley ran out of tires, and me and Hartwell were the only ones who still had tires left, so we all took them. I got around Hartwell in the restart. I kind of just sent in the restart. We took it 3 wide and 3 and 4, and I didn't lift. I came out with the lead, and then the caution came out again, and and then I was in the lead on that green-white checkered, and then that caution came out, and I took the lead again, and that was an incredible race for me. I didn't expect to come out with the win. I was expecting a top 5, but I'll take it.
Hey, no doubt. I mean, anybody's going to take a win at any time you can get it. But like you said, good pit strategies, up and down race here all night long. Guy, I can't take it away from you. You definitely have some speed out there. You got anybody you want to thank for this awesome win tonight, though?
Yes, sir, I do. On my team out there, Smoke Inc., Stimp, and Dave Bush. They were really excited for my win today, apparently. And I know Stimp hasn't been able to make races recently, and that's all right. He's still there to support us. Cedric Hunter, oh my gosh, he helped me win this race. He gave me all the strategies, and I owe it all to him, so I thank him a lot. All my family watching out there, I'm so thankful for everything I've given. I love all y'all, and it was a great race today.
Oh, no doubt. There you go, man. Hey, Hunter was able to be in the right place, right time, good strategy, keeping your nerves and comms cool out there, and was able to put in victory lane again. Congratulations, Hunter.
Yes, sir. You have a good night.
All right, man. There you go, Hunter Hayward. Well, I'll tell you what, Corey, what a finish to this one. That last one there, you got to give him hats off there, old Mark. Able to hold it on to second place, but Hunter out front winning this one.
Yeah, I'm proud of the kid. He finally did it.
No doubt. Well, I'll tell you what, I hope you enjoyed that, folks. Till next time here, everyone have a good night.